Hello. Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein. And today, the Happy Christmas Elf is, and I know she's happy because see how happy she is. But today we're going to be looking at the Insatiable Despot here, and he's a very interesting boss. In the first phase, in the first round that you go with him, he has no resistance to anything, and he has a 30% weakness to blood. In the second phase, however, things get out of control weird. So if we look at our values here, 412 and 198 again, um, and so if he does have a resistance, we should be seeing numbers different than 412 times zero point 0.9 is 371, and 198 times zero point 0.9 is 178. So 371 and 178 is what we should be seeing here. So if we run in with our slash weapon first, and 371, so no resistance on slash, and 178, no resistance on crush. Um, so that's important to note that in phase 1, no slash, no crush resistance. And let's check Pierce real quick. And we'll use the Impulse Anchor because it has a 100% multiplier on the first hit, and it's a pretty easy number to kind of figure out from there. So let's head on in here, and let's see what his Pierce resist is. And 810, so no Pierce out. Oh, he just flattened me on the ground. I expect him to do that. Oh man. So anyways, but that's pretty good that there's no resistances of any kind to the weapon types, and he has no resistance to the elements either. And he does have a heavy weakness to blood, as I said, a 30% weakness to blood. And if we look at that weakness, we can see here that it will indeed increase our damage quite a bit, because this is a 50% increase in damage. Um, and you can see here, so 556. So 372 basically times 1.5 is 556. Um, and that's how much damage he can take increased from blood damage overall. Now in phase 2 is where things get a little wild and over the top, and he gains an increased resistance to slash, crush, and pierce alike of 15%. So you lose a lot of damage in phase 2. And then in phase 2, his ice, fire, and lightning resistance goes up to 30%. So he has 0% resist on those three elements, ice, lightning, and fire, in phase 1. And in phase 2, he gets that 30% boost and increase. So if you're doing like an ice slash weapon, you're losing, um, let's say you did 1,000 damage in phase 1, and let's say your weapon modifier is like zero point 0.9, right? So that's what most of them are. And then say times 0.85, and then times zero point 0.7 for the reductions. So you would be down from 900 to 536 damage in a hypothetical 1,000 damage scenario. So you lose massive amounts of damage if you were indeed going for something elements in the second phase other than blood. And if you go for a whole bunch of slashing or crush or pierce things, you'll be losing that 15% overall in the second phase. So definitely huge reductions there that you're losing in phase 2, which is why you can kill him so easily in phase 1. If you can get him into stagger knockdown, he goes down very easily into stagger knockdown from crush, very easily, like a couple of hits and he goes down. So if you can get him into that stagger phase very easily, very quickly, which is why the Black Greatsword is so good against him. But the problem is that you need to get him to a place where you can kill him in phase 1, because if you get him to phase 2, that resistance set is just absolutely overwhelming for how your gifts go. Now, the reason that's a problem is because he has 133,000 HP here in max difficulty, and I guess we can just go ahead and look at the notepad here, and he has 133,000 here in the. Whoops, I forgot to change these. Inhibit. Sorry about that. And poison, and slow, and this is the least effective here. Effective, yep. And then inhibit is the most effective, which is kind of weird because inhibit is not really like a thing that you would typically go for. But if you're going for opportunism for that 25% increase in damage, which you might need because of his huge increase in resistances, that's definitely something to pay attention to. But look at the resistances here in this set and how they jump from phase 1 to phase 2, and having no resistance and a huge weakness in phase 1, and then jumping to these huge resistances with a minimal resistance or a minimal weakness here in phase 2. This 133,000 HP that he has at max difficulty must be chewed away at in the most way possible in phase 1, where you have none of those resistances possible. And so if you're waiting till phase 2, or you get him into stagger and he transitions easily into phase 2 around that 50% health mark or so, and it's definitely in your best interest to take him out in phase 1. Just get it over with, get it done, do as much blood damage as you can, and get rid of the guy. But at min difficulty, at 0 star, on your first playthrough, he only has 25,200 HP, so you're completely able to take him out in very easy, simple ways as you get higher into the game. And if you go more than 0 star and you play like 2 or 3 playthroughs, you can take this guy out very quickly, very easily with Sanguine Roar, or Execution, or Dusk Edge, or Elder Contract, or Draconic Stake. There's some really good blood gifts out there, and they do a number on him very, very hard, because he has such a huge weakness here to blood. Again, here's the element formula and the physical and the damage check formula, so you can check these against his weaknesses and stuff. And for the statuses, he's got it all here, so you can go for everything versus him, and it really doesn't matter how you pair up here with his status effects. It really doesn't matter. But yeah, you definitely want to take him out in phase 1, because that is where the weakness lies for sure. And if we go ahead and take a look here at Prometheus, and let's go for the Executioner again, and we'll go for a stun this time. Poison, yeah, sure. Blood, yeah, yep, that's all fine. And let's change this to Overdrive. And sure. Sure, we'll take that. Good. Okay. Yeah, I think this will be all right. So let's go ahead and see here what we can do with Prometheus, if anything. Okay, and this, and we will need to change this to Opportunism. Good. Okay. And all right. Okay, and heal. Okay, and we'll heal one more. We'll go for stun. This, good, and we'll heal one more. And let's go for poison. Where's poison? There we go. Okay. Okay, good. And let's go. Now we gotta kill his blood pillar first here. Okay. Alright, and you gotta watch for those attacks right there, because it's overwhelming. And we gotta wait for our stamina, because stamina is, a thing. And if he goes into stagger here, okay, good. Stun, that's even better. And you can see the massive amount of damage that we're able to do very, very quickly, and very, very overwhelming for him here. but as soon as you get into phase 2 here, you're in a bad way, and you need to do blood damage overall. Now that was a pretty sloppy fight, but you get the idea. And blood, 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 blood. And the Christmas elf is happy to share this news with you. So anyways, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next boss or Road to 100 or whatever else harebrained idea we're doing.